After the battle lines had stabilized in France and Belgium, and trench warfare would become the norm for the next 4 years, there was an event in Belgium in the town of Louvain which would affect events throughout the war and pretty much publicly destroy Germany's image. What happened was there was a rumor that there was going to be some guerrilla uprising in Louvain, and so the commandant of the German soldiers ordered the city to be sacked and shoot every man, woman, and child in the area. And they also set to the torch the Catholic library, which is many hundreds of years old and had 250,000 books, ancient manuscripts down to the Middle Ages. That's how far back it went. They burnt that to the ground. And that was known to be the greatest literary loss since the Library of Alexandria was burned by Julius Caesar in 48 BC. And after that, uh, public outcry came out very strongly against the Germans. And there was actually a song in Britain which went, "For all we have and are, for all our children's fate, stand up and meet the war. The Hun is at the gate." From that time forward, the Germans would be known as the Huns. And through that one situation, public opinion turned so heavily against the Germans because the commandant was very unapologetic, the German senior officer, and he said that this was done to make them think twice about resisting again. And this was word had reached America by this point. The word in the United States was of German Huns raping Belgian nuns. That's how out of control it got. Needless to say, anti-German sentiment took off like nothing else. I mean, many Germans had to stop speaking German. For example, according to a study at Case Western, over 25% of American schools taught German in 1915. By the end of the war, less than 1% taught German. And many things had to change. Many people had to change their names. Your name was von Braun, you changed it to Brown just to be safe. Your name was Schmidt, you changed it to Smith. They went so far as to change the name of the main German food staple, Frankfurters. They changed that name to hot dogs. And it became so bad. And the United States began seizing German assets left and right, especially when the United States actually entered the war in 1917. One of them was a particular one, which had been going on for a while, was a specific patent for a little thing known as aspirin. That was something that was patented by a German company, and what happened was nobody was there in the United States to renew the patent. So the United States seized all assets and put it out there, and Bayer lost all of its holdings in the aspirin that they had created. And it wasn't until they were sold back to them a few years ago for a few billion dollars, that's when it finally changed. So those are just some of the things that took place at that point. More to come.